This is lesson 6. It is about religion. And religion means that these are the things that we, the people, over history have learned about ourselves that will entitle us to a better understanding of life and world. It is, understanding the law that we didn't get to make, basically, but the law that some of us believe is important to our own understanding, to our own future, to our own eternity, and things like that. So our world is under attack. And the reality of it is that religion is known for its one contribution, or at least religion at this time is known for its one contribution, which is we don't have to do a damn thing. All we have to do is believe, pay a little bit of this or that to whatever it is, and we're good to go. Eternity is locked in by God. Nothing can stop us now. And of course, none of it is true. But you can believe whatever you want to. You can believe whatever you want to, because what you want is what you want, and what you want determines what you believe. So and want is the basis of every lie that ever was. If you don't want something, you don't lie about it. If you don't want to hide something, you don't lie about it. Want is the basis of every lie. So want and belief go hand in hand, and they are not reliable. What is reliable is truth. And one of the truths that is constant is behind me on this screen. I need to look at it. I've used it a little bit before. What it is, or what it says, is this is the genome information on your genetic nature. Nature is genetics, the things that build the human body, the human life, every living thing on Earth. So each one of these sharks, each one of these are sharks, and there's who cares how many. According to your universities who declare God, each one of these is 100 million gigabytes of data. So take a look at that. Every single shark there is 100 million gigabytes, a billion bytes of information. 100 million, think about just one of them. And understand that it is in fact the reality of our lives, that all that information is put into a microscopic bit of DNA throughout the human body, copied in every cell. Just think about that as a copy machine. Just think about that. Everything is on trial. Everything. We cannot do this for ourselves. And if we let the genetic terrorists that are in university and are in labs around the world destroy our nature, which is genetic information, then it is to your disgrace that you did not stand up and do something to say, no, you can't. It is to your true, eternal disgrace that you did not stand up and say, no, you can't. Take a look at that. They can wreck it, just like world leaders can wreck a nation. Take a look at what they do. Oh, we are God, and we can do anything we want. No, they can't. Not without destroying everything. And there's nothing left to build. And if they destroy the genetic information that orchestrates the building of our lives, because you didn't say a damn word, then it's your fault too. Just like, all the greed that wrecked economies, and all the everything, all the pollution, all the poison. You didn't say anything. You wanted what you wanted, and that's what you wanted, and you didn't care. 100 million people are added to this world every year that have to be fed. That's the birth rate. That's basically how many people above deaths that arrive on this earth every year. 100 nations have to make room for 1 million people each every year. The entire population of this United States is actually added to this world every 3 to 4 years. Another United States every 3 to 4 years, all the people here. And that's because there's no population control. And that's because, like Catholics, the more people we have, the more power we have. But life is not about power anymore. You don't get to decide that. You don't get to live that. There is no future in that. You have to make the decision to do what truth demands that we do. And truth demands that we stop burning so much fossil fuel. No, you can't. Truth demands that we stop having so many children. No, you can't. Truth demands that if you have a major health crisis, no, you can't. You have to die. No, you can't. No, you can't. 10,000 times, no, you can't. Or we all become extinct. Because this is our world and it's a finite planet. There is only so much of everything here. And there is no going off to a different planet like the universities want to do, as is the purpose of NASA. Well, we're going to get out of here. We can see the future coming. We're going to get out of here. They are not going anywhere. Oxygen, they can't take enough oxygen to keep themselves alive. The Biosphere 2 project proved that beyond a single doubt. 7 million cubic feet of air sealed in. Well, I think 7 people in 2 months, they were trying to claw their way out of there. Not enough oxygen to breathe. They're not going anywhere. This is our only planet. This is our only future. Every child depends upon us. Every child needs us to stand up and say, no, you can't. Every child needs us to stop destroying every resource they have to survive. And poisoning every water supply they have to survive, and destroying every single continent on the planet, every life in the ocean, everything. And you, as religion, are involved in that. You are millions of people, every religion in the world. It doesn't matter who you are, I don't care. Every religion in the world is responsible for what your people do. And your people are enough to make a difference and say that we must have world law. We must have world law to control the leaders. We must have world law to control the universities. We must have in this nation, the United States, you get to lead. You wanted to lead, you wanted to play God, you get to do it. So your purpose here, your responsibility here is to create redress of grievances, which is our democratic authority as we the people to decide what the future of this nation is going to be for ourselves. It's a First Amendment law. It doesn't have to be anything other than it is the law. And our leaders have to obey it. And what we have to do is simply, elect to have it. To stand up and demand a courtroom, take over that courtroom as we are the judge now. You will provide to us the evidence that will prove what is or is not true, and we will decide what our future is going to be. We will decide what our nation is going to be. We will remove any politician who gets in the way and deny any courtroom that says they have the authority. They do not. They have only authority under the Constitution, and the democratic or the purpose of the redress of grievances is to create a legal pathway to civil war rather than a war to refine civil war. And of course it has never been used as that because the powerful don't want that. They want what they want. Believe, fear, obey. That's what they want. And of course Trump is newly elected, and that means that the people of this place want to be like the Nazis. They want to be like the Nazis, as is they're following the very same path that the Nazis did. You can argue it how you want, but in reality, Israel, or the nation of Israel, got thrown out of their own country, and because they needed the country bad, they tried to take Germany. They literally tried to take Germany, And you know, it was a war of money, and then the German people decided they're not going to allow that, so they created war, and so on and so on and so on. But the same thing is happening here. Immigration is becoming a problem. You know, they want to go back to the way it was. Well, we can't go back to the way it was. We destroyed that with human population, resource destruction, and so on. 100 million people added to the world population every year means that all that water, all that food, all that resource, all that, you know, need shelter, need health care, need schooling, need everything adds up. And if you make room for them this year, 100 million more are coming next year, and 100 million more are coming the year after that, and 100 million more are coming the year after that. And even if you stop the increase in population right now, even if you stopped it right now, all the children who are born are going to continue to grow for the next 10 years. So you have the same situation as you have right now. Even if you stop the growth of population, you have the same thing right now that will require more for the next 10 years. You have to adjust for a human population increase. You know that with, you know, dogs and cats and what have you. You have to do the same thing. There is no other choice. And you are, you know, the supposed moral authority of, you know, that's what your claim is, the moral authority of humanity. The people who know what life ought to be, or who know what, you know, we got to do it anyway. Even if we don't like it, we still have to do it. That's what your job is. So you say. So, you know, get your ass out of the damn pew. Get your thinking out of, oh, is it God will take care of it. We don't have to do nothing. God will do it. Well, no, he won't. No, he won't. Did he stop World War II? Does he force you to do what you don't want to do? Does he? No. This is, you know, we're put on this world to make our own decisions, to create our own identity, and to choose for ourselves what our eternity will be. We are given the planet. We kind of took it over. We said we want to be God instead, and so we were. And, you know, men have created war ever since, because the end result is that people just destroy life. They destroy the world, they destroy nature, they destroy everything they touch, because they take everything that they can and claim that, well, we have to do it. We have to do it. You know, we have children to feed, we have wives that want more, they want more, and everything is a game. Well, it's not a game anymore. It's not a game anymore. Because the consequences of you know, the university takeover of genetics, it will become Armageddon. It will. It means chaos in nature, nature in chaos. And certainly that is coming, because, you know, your body is built, you know, you can't build a body one piece at a time. Your body builds itself. Builds itself over a very limited amount of time. 600 and some odd muscles weave and wind their way to attachments here and there and everywhere, so that we can function and move. You have 200 and some odd bones that build themselves, design themselves, create every part of the human skeleton that is possible, and, you know, make it grow simultaneously, same on both sides. You know, you can't do that. You can't make blood, you can't make organs, you can't do anything, and the body can't live without them. So there is no such thing as evolution. That is a lie, as plain as the sky is blue, or the grass is green, or whatever you want to say. It doesn't matter. It's as plain as it can be. And you lost that battle. Your religion, you lost that battle. We have a book. Well, so did they. But you didn't have any reality in your statements, and it is reality that decides. They claimed this looks like that, and you let them. What a shame. But nonetheless, they indoctrinated all your children with their religion, and they became a cult of university as God. And you accepted that. You enforced that. You did what you could to say, we're gods too. We are in the university too. But the end result is, of course, failure. Complete and utter failure. So it's your turn to step out, demand redress, to prove the evidence is real, to prove that we need law, not war, to prove that leaders don't control